1975's Jaws was such a big moneymaker, and it put people like Roy Scheider and Steven Spielberg and Richard Dreyfuss on the map, why not capitalize for more money, right? But this time it's not directed by Steven Spielberg. It was right in between Spielberg doing Close Encounters in 1977 and 1941 in 1979. I'd rather have Spielberg direct this because, I think that Spielberg would have done a simply better job than this Jano Zwark dude that did, that then ended up doing Jaws 2 instead. I do disagree when people say that Jaws 2 is a bad film. I honestly do. It's not. It doesn't suck in really all regards. Is it underwhelming? Yes, it's underwhelming. But the movie does have a good amount of good in it, and the amount of flaws that it has don't really diminish it so much that you're like, oh my, that you're face palming, really. So the movie takes place a couple years after the first one. Brody's sons are a bit older, and that's I guess you could say that's one of the flaws of the film. This comes out in 1978, sorry. And what other big horror film came out in 1978? Halloween, about teenagers and horror. Now, the thing is, Halloween is actually a great film. This one, you could tell that this kind of resembled future non-good teenage horror films. When I say non-good teenage horror films, I mean like your average Sleepaway Camp and your average Friday the 13th sequel. It's in that same regard. But on the other hand, we do have a pretty good storyline with Roy Scheider in this one. So there's this other shark that comes to Amity, and the mayor is still hot-headed, still stubborn. But when the shark comes, Brody is all more paranoid about possibly losing more lives. But when Brody is faced with all these different dilemmas, Roy Scheider he's a talented guy. And he's ultimately what makes the best parts of the film work well. Is his sense of dilemma, his paranoia. And whenever the shark comes, it's good, but it's not as good as in the first one, because what horror sequels like to do is they like to have more, they like to have a bigger body count, really. And this one does have a bigger body count, but Zwark does not play the audience like a piano. That's what Spielberg did. He played the audience like a piano with his, with not showing the shark very often and building on suspense. Zwark, he does. There are a couple of suspenseful bits, a couple of good kills here, but it's just the movie just has a little too few and far between. The movie has some dumb people in it, and when it's also a case of the rehashing, really not. That's all it really is a rehash of everything. Tries to have his own sense of identity, and I don't think it quite achieves it. The movie does, as I said, have some good to it, but I don't think it has quite enough to make a legitimately good film. So I'm gonna have to give Jaws from 1978 2.5 stars out of 4. Everyone, thanks for watching. be sure to subscribe and like this video, and I'll definitely be posting more things in the next couple of days. Have a good day, folks.